G'day. How's it going at the home away from home? Reformed any deros lately?
No, but there is a vacancy if you want to apply.
Well, here it is, only I don't see how it's going to help.
Just trust me.
This better be good.
Right. Just mention the magic words, anti-inflation.
Will you get on with it?
And presto, instant ear plunge.
You're a nut.
Sure, I'm a nut, but I'm a lovable one.
Well, we could use you around here more often.
What would you call me, Director of Petty Squabbles?
No, I'm actually serious. Look, I got a hell of a lot of work to do here. I could use some help. What do you say?
Oh, I don't know, love. I mean, don't think I don't appreciate it, but it's, well, it's too establishment.
This place?
No, working.
Well, I'm going to bed. Anybody else going?
You've got to be kidding. I'm going out. See if I can get some action.
At this time of the night?
It's only 11:30. You don't call that late, do you? Or have we got to clock in at midnight?
Well, not officially, but I do like everyone to be in by about 1 o'clock. I'm a bit of a worrier.
Yeah, well, if you're going to have rules, they ought to be for everyone. That little Sucklitza's still out. You going to say anything to her?
Why don't you let me decide that?
Well, it's not bloody fair. Mickey's supposed to be helping all of us with our problems, not just spending all the time with Litza.
You got problems, friend?
Of course I have. Bloody hundreds of them. Only no one wants to listen.
Well, I will.
What?
Well, that's what I'm here for, right? Come on, honey. You tell me all about it. You're going to have to tell Philip that you're already married. You can't expect that poor guy to think he's going to marry you any day.
Oh, you're right, Judy. And you're such a wonderful friend. That reminds me, I bought him the most wonderful scarf. I'll give it to him when I tell him. That'll make him feel
just
better.
as long as you tell him, okay?
Oh, Wally, I found a lovely, lovely pipe for you. Here we are. And where's Judy's? Wait till you see this. It's the most heavenly pink gardening outfit. So every time you wear it, you can think of our first meeting.
It is pink, isn't it? Thank you very much.
Ah, don't thank me. I just wanted you both to know how much I loved you before I leave. Jenny, Rosie, wait till you see what I bought you. Come and have a look.
She's leaving?
Who knows? Pink, isn't it? This is your wife?
Yes. Don't know why she ran away from me. Probably something I said. I just want to talk to her.
Well, you wait here. I might be able to help you after all.
Thank you.
James! Oh, hello.
Well, I see you do recognize him.
Ah, yes. Judy, this is my husband, James.
Yes, we've met. But it's funny, I would have never picked him as your husband. That's not how you described him at all.
Yes, this is my husband, all right.
Well, I'll let you two lovebirds alone for a while. But later on, I want to have a talk with you, Pixie. Come on, that little guy that was here this afternoon couldn't whip a bowl of cream.
Oh, no, not James. Eddie.
What?
Eddie was my first husband. He was the one who used to beat me up. Poor little James is my second husband.
Now, wait a minute. You told me that you left your husband because he used to beat you.
I did, about 12 months ago. I fibbed a little to you so you'd take me in.
Well, how many other little fibs have you told me?
Oh, none, really. Here it is. It's for you, Judy, for being so marvelous to me.
Well, you shouldn't have done that. You've already done
I
enough.
know, but I wanted to. It's a book to put your telephone numbers in, but it's a funny one. It's got cartoons of nude men in it, and it's called Handy Dialing Digits.
Well, something I've always wanted, you know. Well, this isn't exactly home sweet home, is it? But it'll have to do.
Yeah. I just hope we can get her in here without too much noise.
Well, you let me organize that. I'm going to take the girls shopping, most of them anyway. That'll give Colin and Peter a time to get things organized up here.
Oh, thanks, love. You know there's likely to be a bit of screaming and yelling. How do we explain all that?
Screaming and yelling? What are you going to do, set up a torture chamber or something?
Hi, Wally.
Well, what's going on? Out with it? What are you doing?
Nothing much. Helen has a junkie friend. We're going to dry her out in the attic.
Cold turkey?
Yeah.
That's pretty heavy. Sure you can handle it?
Oh, sure. Her boyfriend will be about to help out, and, well, I'll be around here all the time. Won't be a pleasant job, but has to be done.
Okay. Maybe I can give you a hand, eh?
No.
I mean, it's not really that important. The fewer people around, the better, you know?
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be pretty rough on her, and, well, you know.
Okay, you two. I know when I'm being conned. What's really going on?
Should have known better than to try and fool you, huh? It's just that, Wally, this is something we got to do on our own.
And you can't tell me?
No. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just I think for you it's better you believe the junkie story.
Yeah, well, I don't like the sound of it. I mean, you're not in any trouble, are you?
Of course not. Wally, please, trust me.
Okay. I'll mind my own business. Only hope you know what you're doing, that's all.
Oh, Sharon! Don't you touch me, you bitch! You hired them to torture me! You bitch! Oh, God, Judy, what have I done?
Don't touch that knife! Just go and ring an ambulance, please. Peter, do it now.
You'll be all right?
Yes, I'll be fine. Just do it. He's still alive.
Oh, Judy, she didn't mean to do it. She didn't know what she was doing.
Did he say cops?
Judy, company! Bloody cops everywhere!
Is he going to be all right, Sergeant?
I don't like his chances, Miss Bryant. I'm going to have to ask you to accompany us to the station.
I've already told you she had nothing to do with it.
Just get into the car, Spark.
The girl was brought to your house. You can't expect me to believe you didn't know what was going on.
I have told you she
Just get in, huh?
All right. You'll be held until you do. Judy Bryant, accessory to abduction of one Sharon Smart. Bail set at $200.
Where am I going to get that kind of money?
Oh, here, take this.
Oh, Helen.
I won't be needing it, I won't. This stinking cop shouldn't have charged her in the first place.
Look, all I knew was that a junkie was going to be drying out in the attic. I didn't want any visitors.
But you're a friend of Smart. You must have known who it was going to be.
Yeah, I knew it was Sharon, but I had no reason to think that Helen would be lying to me.
Judy, I don't think you fully realize the position you've put yourself in.
Are you kidding? I've been accused of being an accessory to an abduction. You don't think I'm taking that lightly?
There's more to it than that. The department's up in arms about this, and whether you're found guilty or not, they see this as the final knot in a string of problems involving you and Driscoll House.
What do you mean? I mean, they're not thinking of closing me down, are they?
I'm sorry, but there has been mention of it. Your job as careers officer at Wentworth seems to be in jeopardy as well.
Why the hell didn't you warn me about what was going on here last night?
I couldn't.
You mean you couldn't trust me?
You know that's not true. Anyway, what would you have done if you had known?
I would have stopped you.
Exactly. Helen is a friend of mine. She was in trouble. She needed help. I couldn't turn my back on her.
Even if there was a chance of losing Driscoll?
Come off it, Wally. How the hell was I to know Sharon was going to go crazy with a knife?
Okay, that part was an accident. But did you know they were going to kidnap her? And you let them bring her here? Didn't you think of the risk you were taking?
I've taken risks before, haven't I?
Oh, yeah, and how many have you gotten away with? Exactly. Well, this time you've hit the jackpot.
Will you lay off me? You've said your piece. Now go away. Leave me alone.
Hi, Wally.
Hi, Scott.
Look, I think I better push off. I'll see myself out.
Bye-bye.
I'm cool, I'm calm, and I'm collected. And I want to sit down next to this harassed woman and see if some of it can't rub off on her.
I'm sorry, Wally. I said some pretty stupid things.
We both did. You know, for such good friends, we sure acted like a couple of duffers.
What are you doing here? I thought you were at Woodridge. I mean, don't stand there. Come in, come in.
Thanks. I haven't escaped. I managed to rake up the bail money.
Oh, that's the best news I heard all day.
Oh, I don't think you'll say that when you hear what I've got to tell you.
Why, what's happened?
Colin Burton didn't pull through. He died late this afternoon.
Oh, Louise! You certainly look beautiful. You should have done that years ago.
Don't be a gitch, Jude. I can't laugh.
A gitch? Okay, maybe you do have too much makeup on.
Oh, bugger off, will you? It's only getting on 5 minutes and I ain't got no more.
Well, that's simple. All you have to do is not smile, otherwise you'll crack up.
You get your bloody sunshine!
Should keep your door locked, Jude. Never know who might walk in.
Oh, Maxine, what the hell are you doing here?
Just sort of drop in and say...
Answer me, Maxine.
We busted out, all right?
We?
Yeah, Lucy Walker and me, but the bitch pissed off when I twisted me ankle.
Oh, I see. So you decided to come here, you stupid little idiot.
Look,
don't
you
you?
lay off! I thought this place was supposed to help us cons.
Ex-cons. And how long do you think it's going to be before they discover you're missing?
Oh, look, you relax. There's a freak who helped us escape, so she's not going to blab it around, is she?
Ferguson?
Yeah. Her and Lucy were on together. When I found out Lucy was busting out, I...
Muscled in. Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of.
Well, have you got a change of clothes? Huh?
No.
Money? No. Brains?
Look, what's the matter with you?
This is the first place the cops come to when there's any sign of trouble. That's what's the matter.
Look, I don't want to stay. I just want to put something on my ankle and then I'm going to me sister's. Forget it, Jude. I'm sorry,
Maxine! Maxine! Come on, honey. Look, I'll give you a change of clothes. I'll give you some money. But then you're going to have to go away and promise to stay away. Too many people depend on this place. You understand? Now, come on, let's fix up that ankle. I know all about it.
Found later near a disused quarry. The two fugitives are still at large. Police are still investigating
You want me to get that, Judy?
last night in which a young woman was shot dead. The woman, Maxine Daniels, was a recent
Maxine!
to the Wentworth Detention
Oh, my God, no!
$7,000 was taken in the robbery, and police are looking for a second person
my
who may be able to help them in their investigations. She is aged about 35 years of age and medium build. When last seen,
Jude,
she
what's
was
the matter?
wearing jeans and a leather jacket.
You okay? Listen, there's someone to see you. You sure you're going to be all right?
I'm fine. It's just hearing it like that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I bet it was a shock. Look, you sure I can't get you anything?
No.
Look, I didn't know her or anything, but from what you say, she sounded like a good kid.
She was. She got herself into all sorts of scraps, but her heart was always in the right place.
Never changes, does it? It's always the good ones who cop the rough end of the stick.
Yeah. She was a beaut kid. Mind you, she could be a handful sometimes. If Tony were here, he'd vouch for that.
Who's Tony?
Oh, Tony used to help me run the old halfway house. Maxine had the hots for him. God, they were funny days, you know. We were so broke. Once I remember Maxine decided she's gonna help. So she goes shoplifting, starts flogging the stuff off. I nearly strangled her when I found out.
Wasn't as if she was doing it for herself, though.
She's only trying to help.
Well, what else are mates for?
I know.
Yeah, she was always talking about her old mates. She said that...
Hang on. I didn't know you knew Maxine. I said I didn't know you knew Maxine.
Well, what I meant was that...
When did you know her?
Fairly recent.
Recent? Clear out. Clear out. I want to have a word with Tinker. Now, I've got some questions for you. And I want the truth. Please, do me a favor. Just clean this place up a little bit. It's like a pigsty. Oh. Hazel! Hello, Del. How are you?
Jude.
Come on in. Oh, for heaven's sakes. You're the last person I expected to see.
Well, you know me. Keep turning up like a bad penny.
Come on in here. So, how have you been?
Oh, fine. Only I went away on a sort of trip, see, and now I got nowhere to stay. They buggered up me social security, Jude. It's only temporary, but, I promised I wouldn't be here long. I just need somewhere to stay for a few days, like, you know.
Yeah, well, that'd be fine. It's just that the no booze rule still goes here.
Oh, I know. Oh, you still think I'm on the booze. Well, I'm not. I swear I'm not. I haven't touched it for months, as a matter of fact, and I'm not planning to, neither.
Okay, well, I'll trust you, and I'd like you to stay, Hazel. It's just you'll have to tell me what you've been up to. I couldn't have the cops knocking on the door.
Oh, no worries there. I'm clean. Wish it was as simple as that.
Hazel, you all right?
Look, Jude, can I stay here or not?
Sure, love. It's great. Third door on the left upstairs, huh?
Thanks, Jude. I won't let you down. I promise.
And we ask you to remember, Lord, that this was a child who often strayed from your path, and yet had a kind heart and a love for life that endeared her to those who knew her well.
Maxine.
So we commend her soul now to your infinite mercy and love. Amen.
I'm gonna miss you, you crazy kid. Maxine. Well, I was a really good friend of Maxine's. We were through a lot together.
See, you're...
Judy Bryant.
Oh, you're from that Driscoll house, right?
Well, you don't sound very impressed.
Well, can you blame me? Maxie should have stayed at home with her family. Instead, she goes off to you people.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's very fair, Mr.
Carter.
Carter? Roger Carter, huh? Her brother-in-law.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I know this isn't the time to air dirty linen, Mr. Carter. But if you and the family had been more understanding to Maxine, she wouldn't have had to run away.
You don't know what you're talking about. We all loved Maxine.
Yeah, well, you had a funny way of showing it. Her own sister didn't even come to the funeral.
She's pregnant, Bryant. Her doctor wouldn't let her come. Hell, I don't know why I'm bothering to make excuses for you. Maxine was a disgrace to the whole family.
Are you forgetting something? If it wasn't for Maxine coming for you and that money, you'd be inside right now.
Shut up! I'm sorry. You're right. Maxie's dead now. We have to think of the living, don't we?
Well, I'm glad in one way she is. She didn't have to discover what her family was really like. Boy, would you get an eyeful of that view. Huh. Makes you feel pretty insignificant.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's so peaceful here. It's like another world.
I've always loved it up here. When George and me was first together, we used to live up here in a caravan park. Never had no money. And I was pregnant too, but I reckon it's the happiest we ever were together.
Yeah. Well, it's been years since I've been up here. You forget how lovely it is. You know, I reckon this is the best time of year, the fall, with all the leaves changing color, all the reds and the browns. Tell you what, we'll make an agreement that we'll come back here next fall, okay? What's wrong, Hazel? Hazel, what is it?
Jude, will you take me away now, please? I want to go home.
Yeah, it's funny about life, isn't it? I mean, not much ever went right for Maxine, especially the things that counted like family.
Hi, Hazel. Want a cuppa?
Yeah,
Just telling Wally about Maxine, how she never got any decent breaks.
yeah. Oh, well, at least she's dead now.
Oh, well, that's attractive, Hazel. Real charming.
Yeah, well, I never had any breaks neither. God, got nothing now. Sweet bugger all.
At least you've got your life. It's more than Maxine has.
And what sort of a life have I had? Half pissed all the time, in and out of stir for nothing. The kid's taken away.
Well, you could still do something about it, if you had the guts. Wally!
What's the matter? Didn't she like your peace offering?
She's gone. Clothes and all. Look, she's left this behind. I'm worried, Wally. That looks very important.
Morphalgon. That's got a morphine base.
I know. What the hell is she taking that for? Yeah, well, I know that, but I gotta keep trying, okay? Yeah, thanks.
Oh, God, I don't believe you two. Soup, 2 main courses, and enough chalky pud to sink a ship. You must have hollow legs or something. Oh, like some
No.
How'd you go?
No good, but I've got an idea. Now, Wally, when something's bugging you, what do? Is there someplace you go or what?
Well, when I was up the bush, I used to throw a pot. Sometimes I'd take the ute, go down to the coast. Mickey used to like that. Yeah, I used to do that.
You'd go somewhere where there were fond memories, right?
Yes, Messa.
Right. You do me a favor? Lend me the car. This is just a hunch, but I think I know where Hazel is.
It's not nerves. I started getting these real bad headaches. My doc didn't know what was up, so he put me in a hospital. God, it was horrible in there, Jude. All them bloody tests. I had no one was with me, and I didn't know what they were going to do next. I was so bloody scared. Had enough after a while, so check yourself out.
Yeah, well, you're not on your own now. Look, we'll put you in another hospital.
No more hospitals.
You've got to go back, love. You've got to find out what's wrong with you.
I found out. That's why I left. I'm spending the rest of my life in a bloody hospital.
What do you mean the rest of your life?
I've got a tumour on the brain, Jude. It's malignant. They can't operate. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, Jude. And there's nothing no one can do about it.
At least you found it. Sitting alone in a caravan doesn't do anybody any good. Now we got a chance to get her into a hospital, get her some proper care.
No, she doesn't want to go to hospital. She's going to stay with me.
Here? At Driscoll?
Where else?
She's dying, Jude. You're not trained for that sort of thing.
So what the hell do I need? Some sort of certificate or something?
Of course not. Look. I care about Hazel just as much as you do, but do you realise what you're getting yourself into? It's going to get very heavy, especially towards the end.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be a bag of laughs for her either.
Hazel's had to face it too, and you will also. If she's going to stay here. All we can do for her at the moment is try and stop some of the pain.
Will there be a lot of pain?
Yeah. The Morphalgon won't help much after a while. And there are 1 or 2 other things you should know about.
Like what?
Well, it's not just the pain. One by one, she'll start to lose her faculties.
Oh, God.
Her eyesight will probably be the last to go. When that happens, you know the end won't be too far away.
Oh, my God. Does, Hazel know what to expect?
Only about the pain.
Look, why don't we get her to go to bed, you know? I mean, don't you think that way she'd conserve her strength?
Not really. It won't help much in the long run.
Well, there must be something we can do.
Banging and it just won't stop.
Hazel, please, you've got to take these things as they're prescribed.
I'm real scared, Jude. What's going to happen to me when them pills don't take away the pain no more?
The poor woman. That's absolutely dreadful. What about you? Are you going to be able to cope with all that at the house, Judy?
Yeah, well, we've had a few hassles, but the women seem to be handling it okay.
Well, if there's anything I can do.
Funny you should say that, there is. You know that Hazel's been in and out of Wentworth more times than she can count. She's got a lot of friends here she really cares about.
And you'd like her to be able to see them?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's against departmental policy, but...
Surely on compassionate grounds it'd be all right? As far as I'm concerned, of course, but I'd have to clear it with the department.
Would you? It'd mean a lot to her. They're the only family she has.
And what about George and the kids? Do they know?
No. I've got to tell them today. Not looking forward to that either.
I got this headache this morning, see? And it got worse and worse and worse. And the pill I took, it didn't work. It just keeps pounding and pounding and pounding in my head. You gotta be shut.
Hazel, if I give you an extra one now, then next time it's 2, then 3. They're powerful things.
So what's it gonna do? Kill me? Because, Jude, I tell you what, it'd be a bloody sight better than this.
Hazel, please, take these. Come on. Come on, this will help. Take these. That's a girl. That's right.
Oh, they're not bloody good anymore. Nothing's any blood. Jude.
Yes, love.
I can't see properly. Don't leave me, Jude.
I'm here, honey. I'm here.
Oh, hell, my eyes. What's gone wrong with my bloody eyes? I'm going blind, Jude. I'm going blind.
I just didn't think it'd happen so soon, that's all.
Well, surely the doctor will be able to do something for her.
I don't know. We can only hope. How is she?
I've given her something. She'll probably sleep till morning. Listen, Judy, I think it's time Hazel went into hospital.
No. I promised her she could stay here.
Now, come on, be realistic. Hazel's going to get a lot worse.
I'll manage.
Will you? Now, think, Judy, very soon she's going to be bedridden. You're going to have to do everything for her.
I don't mind. Look, she's been kicked around so much in her life she doesn't know which end's up anymore. And when that girl came here, I decided that I was going to show her that somebody cared.
All right. As long as you know what you're letting yourself in for.
Oh, God. Don't you think it rips me apart every time I look at her? But I'm the only home, the only family she has, and I can't take that away from her.
Okay, here's her prescription. I'll pop in again in the morning.
He must be a real doctor. I can't read a word of it.
It's morphine.
She's already on morphine. Surely there's something else you can give her.
I'm afraid not. Look, just give her one of those when she needs it. But make sure it's only 4 in a 6-hour period. Any more than that, and you could kill her.
Well, would that be so bad? I mean, it would certainly be a better ending.
Look, Judy, doctors aren't immune to suffering. But my job's to save life, not to take it.
Poor Hayes. Life's kicked her in the teeth all along, and it's just going to keep on doing it.
Please, Jude. Be me mate. Me best mate. Help me, please. Kill me! Kill me!
Hazel, you don't know what you're saying. You don't mean it.
But I do, Jude. God help me. I can't do it for myself, or I would. Please, you're all I've got. Just end it. I want it to be over.
I can't. Hazel, I know what you're going through. If I could take some of your pain, I would suffer it myself, believe me. But you have asked me to kill you, and I can't do that. I just can't do that.
I'm begging you, Jude. Look at me. Me life's over now. Every extra day I live's bloody agony. I don't want to end up a vegetable. I just want to go to sleep. I want to sleep and never wake up. No more drugs or nothing. Oh, you could do it, Jude.
Please, Hazel, don't.
Look, just give me all me pills, leave them there, and you wouldn't even have to know when I took
Stop it! Now, Hazel, you think that it's easy for me. to look at you like that and still say no. But it's not up to you to decide when you're gonna die, and God knows it's not up to me. Now, please, don't ask me again. Oh, sweetie.
Hazel?
Wally, she's asked me to give her an overdose.
You refused, of course.
Yes. Maybe I...
Now, Judy, there are no maybes.
Well, how can you be so sure of that, Wally? She begged me. All she wants is to be put out of her misery. Do I have the right to deny her that? Would you?
Oh, you mustn't talk that way. You mustn't even think that way.
I don't know what's the best thing to do. I mean, if we put her in hospital, would they let her die with some dignity, quietly and quickly?
Judy, it's their job to keep people alive any way they can, and with any drugs at their disposal.
I don't know what's right to do. Hazel can't take any more of this torture. Neither can I. Well, let's say we brush your hair a bit. Guzzy you up, you know?
Doesn't seem much point. No one will see it anyhow. What are you making all this fuss for, anyway? Jude, you're gonna do it, aren't you?
Yes, love.
Oh,
If you're sure. If you're ready.
oh, I'm ready. Oh, good on you, Jude. Oh, don't cry, love. Look at me. I'm happy, honest.
I know, love.
Been a real great mate, Jude. I never said this to no other woman. And not even me mum. But I love you, Jude.
Oh, and I love you, Hazel.
Will you stay with me until I go to sleep?
Yes. I'll stay. I'm right here, Hazel.
Look at me. I'm happy, honest. Been a real great mate, Jude. I never said this to no other woman. And not even my mum. But I love you, Jude.
Judy! Judy! She's dead, Jude. I just tried to wake her and she was cold. Icy cold.
Well, it's over, isn't it?
It was awful. I've never touched a dead body before.
Come on now. You get the girls downstairs and I'll come down in a minute and talk to them. Well, go on. I'll deal with Hazel. What are you putting down as the cause of death?
Heart failure caused by advanced cerebral glioma.
But Hazel didn't have heart trouble. Would they accept that? Would you listen to me? God. I mean, you're the doctor. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, maybe I better try and ring George again, huh?
But this morning, when I went to tell her that Hazel was dead, she was so calm. You should have seen her. So she knew. She was just lying there waiting for some poor mug to find Hazel and start screaming.
You finished?
Well, deny it. When the doc said she died of a bad heart, you nearly kissed him.
Get out.
Why? We getting too close to the truth, are we? Well, I got a right to know, because I was the
Anyone that talks garbage like that hasn't got rights. Not in this place. Now you get out, Daly. Pack your bags and get out of here.
You can get stuffed, Yank. You can get rid of me, but you can't stop me thinking. or talking.
I was just on my way to see you.
I hope you don't mind, Scott. I just gotta be on my own right now,
Judy,
okay?
we've got trouble, big trouble. I've got to talk to you now.
I'm listening.
Someone, I don't know who, but someone's made allegations about Hazel's death.
Go on.
The police have asked for an autopsy. It doesn't look very good. I think you should start thinking about getting a lawyer, just in case.
You knew about it, didn't you?
Hazel's body showed all the classic signs of heart failure. There was no need to look for anything else.
Yeah, thanks.
She wouldn't have been able to find the tablets if she hadn't had help. Unfortunately, the law classifies that kind of help as murder.
Mr. Askin, I don't think you understand. I have never denied giving her those tablets. Hazel was in terrible pain, for God's sake. She begged me to kill her.
Miss Bryant, mercy killing is a strange, let's say an uncomfortable area as far as the law is concerned. Now, even if the prosecution agreed with you morally, they can't condone it in court.
Wally?
What's the matter? Something's happened, hasn't it?
Wally, I haven't been very truthful with you. I've just come back from the police station where I gave myself up. You see,
What did they say?
No, you know, usual warnings. They can't do anything until after the autopsy. Mr. Askin seems to think it's going to be pretty tough going.
Askin?
Yeah, he's my lawyer. He hasn't pulled any punches. He is willing to get his teeth stuck into it, but I think he's already thrown in the towel.
So long as you don't. That's the main thing.
I can't go back to Wentworth. I just can't do that, Wally. Now, surely, when they know what she's been through, they'll have to let me go, won't they?
You're asking the wrong person, Jude. If it was up to me, I'd give you a medal.
You're not answering my question, Wally.
I don't know the law, Jude. I can't answer it.
You just have.
You all right?
Can we just get it over with?
Your name is Judith May Bryant, is that correct?
Yes.
You've been charged with murder and are to be held on remand pending your trial. Is that correct?
Yes. Thanks.
That's right, Bryant. Nice and neat. You're not in that flop house now, are you? You're home. Isn't that right? Answer me, Bryant.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
You know, killing Kent off like that isn't going to make you too popular with the other women. But I'm sure Smith will understand. Do you think Smith will understand, Bryant?
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Good. Then why don't you write and tell her? At Barnhurst.
You're lying. You're liar. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're liar. You're liar. You're liar. 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 Oh, babe.
Do you know what the freak told me? She said you'd kill little Hayes. Now, why would you say a thing like that?
Izzy, you're going to have to try and understand something.
It isn't true, is it, Jude?
Yes.
Why, Jude? Hayes never hurt anyone except herself.
Listen, please try and understand, okay?
Understand what? All I know in here is that you killed a mate, so what is there to understand?
Well, you must be pretty nervous if you're worried about me taking over.
Not at all. I just wanted to save you the trouble of trying. It's silly trying to fight for a losing team.
You're wasting your breath, Stevens. I'm not interested in your power struggles.
Well, a fence sitter. Or are you just going to bury your head in the sand?
I can do what I like. I don't have to listen to what you think I should or shouldn't do.
We were only thinking of you, Bryant. Thought you'd like your stay here to be free of hassles.
The only hassles I'm having is trying to get you lot to understand that I just want to be left alone. I don't care who is top dog, as long as it's not me. Now go and peddle your propaganda somewhere else.
All right, Bryant. But you better keep your head down when the firing starts. It's very dangerous when you're not wearing any colours.
Hello. Glad you decided to see me.
Sorry about all that.
Everyone at the house has been asking about you.
Really? And how is everyone?
Oh, fine, fine. Oh, young Rosemary, she went back home with her intended.
You're kidding. Is she getting married, is she?
Yeah. Yeah, nice bloke. Oh, a bit rushed, but I reckon they'll make a go of it.
Well, that's really good news, you know. It's the best news I've heard for a while.
Makes up for all the ones that didn't make it.
Mrs. Morris tells me that they're going to appoint a new head of the house, huh?
I had to do it, Jude. That place needs a woman. I found that out the hard way.
Yeah, well, she said some of the women were trying it on.
It's just one or two. Now, Kelly, for instance. Oh, I'm practically tucked up in bed and she asked to join me.
Oh, she's a stupid cow, isn't she?
Trouble is, I couldn't put her down to my incredible personality. She wanted a few favours in return.
So who's going to get the job?
Mrs. Dobbs, that's all I know.
Well, they didn't waste any time, did they? I'll tell you one thing, I hope she knows what she's doing, because those kids are...
I'll still be around, I know. I'll keep an eye on things, you know? I think it'll work out. Anyway, it's not going to be long till you're back with us, is it?
Yeah. When Hazel told me, I didn't know what to say. I felt so sad and so sorry for her. But for a while in the beginning, she had good days. I mean, there were some days when we'd even forget about it. We'd just go about as normal friends would, you know. And then, well, the pain got really bad.
What happened then?
Hazel went blind. That was awful. She was in pain all of the time. The only thing that I could do for her was sit with her, but I felt so useless. You see, she knew. We both knew that there was no hope. I don't think that you can understand what it's like unless you've actually seen someone you care about die in front of your very eyes. Anyway, I knew what she's going to ask me. I dreaded that because I knew I'd have to say no. And I did say no. Well, it was like I hit her. She kept asking. She begged me. The pain was so bad. She couldn't eat. She couldn't sleep. She only wanted to die. Now I had to do something. I was the only person that could help her. I couldn't bear to see her suffer anymore. And when I gave her the pills, she thanked me. Hazel thanked me.
No further questions?
You say Hazel Kent begged you to kill her.
Yeah, that's right.
I must ask you to speak up, Miss Bryant. The jury cannot hear your answers.
I said yes.
And yet the Crown has expert testimony to prove that a patient with advanced cerebral glioma could not possibly make a rational decision.
Listen, what are you trying to do to me? She begged me to kill her.
Did she, Miss Bryant? Or did you simply get tired of playing nursemaid to a dying woman?
That's not fair.
Your Honour, I object.
Now, Miss Bryant, please answer the question, yes or no. Is it not true you wanted to see Hazel Kent dead?
Yes, but you can't
Thank
just...
you. That'll be all.
Wait a minute. I've been
Objection,
killing
Your
her, but
Honour.
you can't do
Overruled.
that.
No more questions.